that? Who's at the door? Who's outside? Don't you dare do it. Do not pick that thing up. Why do you even need him? You have me. Why are you putting me down? Don't put me down.
Here's a video that we haven't done in a while, guys, a street POV. This is something to test out this new camera. Well, new to me. I bought this off eBay, even though it was presented in a very mint condition. The seller even showed video, which is a cool thing. I mean, if you're buying stuff on eBay, that's the way to go. I don't even look at things anymore if they don't include a video clip, but still, you just never know with analog cameras specifically. So I just wanted to throw a test roll of film in it and take it out. But it is kind of interesting being in the suburbs for a couple months now. We had to take a break from the travel doc for multiple reasons, but a lot of it is because we've been having issues with the RV. So we've been lampooned here in the suburbs for a little bit, and it's a little funny because I myself have not lived in the suburbs since I was a kid. You're talking like early 2000s. So it is quite interesting, different kind of atmosphere, change of pace, but it certainly has affected my photography in an interesting way. You know, there's not quite the street culture here like there is in places like Venice Beach, or even when we were out in Chicago or Boston. So it's a very quite different pace. So this is a different kind of video. It's more of a walk and talk, but there's no one else with me. I'm just talking to you guys. Other than that, I'm not going to talk about this camera specifically because I am holding off on this review until I've used it for an entire month, and it has replaced my Leica M6. So I know that might sound crazy to you, but if you want to know why, then be sure to tap that subscribe button if you're new here, because I am working on a pretty hefty review on this, but obviously, I want to shoot more than just one roll of film in it before we talk about it. So it might be a few weeks from now, but if you are already subscribed here, thank you for the support, and be sure you have the notification bell turned on so you'll know when I drop this, because this analog camera costs about 80% less. Keep in mind, I've been using Leica cameras for at least 2 years now, and I much prefer this. Come with me to test it out. All right, so here we go. I got the CineStill 800T. I'm loading it into the Voigtlander Bessity, and I did go out during the day, so I did use a color conversion filter. And here's the first shot. I'm gonna get this car right here with a little bit of the tree. I'm obsessed with this car. I've taken photos of this car on every camera I own. This is the worst one. Look at this. Let's try it, baby. I actually don't mind this photo, actually. It's all right. Like the way it looks. So I got the orange filter on here. You see that? Because I'm shooting 800T in the daytime. So I finally got an 85B filter to convert the tungsten film for day. Although I don't mind it in golden hour, which is what we're coming on to right now. Let's see, it says the sun goes down at 6:30. We're almost in golden hour anyways. I might just lose the filter in like 10 minutes because it looks wild. Although maybe it's too blue-green. Some people think it's too blue-green if you don't wait for the nighttime. So we'll just leave the filter on, then we can compare it. Because when I shot the golden hour in Echo Park, there was no filter on it. I think those photos turned out kind of rad, honestly. But maybe the skin tones are too off, too wild. What's nice when you have a through the lens meter, it's accommodating for this conversion filter, because you're losing about a half a stop of light with that. There's no doubt about that. It won't take me long to plow through a roll of film. Lord knows I'm pretty good at wasting pictures. AKA wasting money. That's okay. I got extra money to waste now that I sold my Leica M6 for 3 G's. Say what? I love this with the shadows. Now that's a cool looking porch. It's not bad. Nice cool shadows. We're doing the mundane, starting a whole new series. Life in the suburbia mundane. Mundane suburbia. The American front yard. Like, wow, man. He went from having wow, listen to that. Jesus, did a bomb just go off? Kind of rad, the one lonely rider on that train. Just one long trek to infinity. Boys, you don't want to focus to infinity on this?
It's an issue with the 40mm Summicron. It's made for the CL, so. But you see the line at the top?
Oh, it might have been way too, yeah, it was over for sure. I was about 2 stops over. So now when I push it again, it'll be even gnarly. Damn it, that shot is technically 3 stops over. I don't know if you can get that back. Plus we're flared out. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. I say it was 3 stops over because I always push the film 1 stop. I like the way it looks. I like what it does with the contrast. Pushing it 1 stop in the development. See that? Epic. Look at that. Epic. Wow. I don't want to waste too many photos though. I mean, I know I'm pretty good at wasting photos, but I gotta limit myself a little bit. I mean, yeah, like $1 something a picture, man. We gotta play it smart sometimes, but probably not. Here's a dude with just an empty, this is cool.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Ah, he's gone. I'm gonna wait for him to come back now. I mean, you could do it. You could have the shot with it by itself, but it's so much better if we can have a person there. All right, I'll go for the artsy, nobody in the shot.
He never came out again, so I just took the shot. I'm not much of a fisherman, I'm more of a hunter.
Oh, look at this corner. Nice.
And I missed the shot of the guy, unfortunately. And this is what I got. Man, this is brutal. This is so brutal. I don't know.
Holy cannoli. This could be cool. Whoops, sorry. Gonna get killed and it's just the architecture compels me, man. Sorry, man. So this is interesting. Just the way the light is hitting the building there. See how high we can get? No, we can't quite get high enough.
If I would have had a 28, it would have been better. I had the 40mm, so I was a little too tight for my taste. All the scans have those black lines on them. It's weird.
This is kind of cool. Yeah. Purposely just going for the ultra mundane. Oh, this is great. Okay, here we go. Ultra mundane here, folks.
But see the line all the way on the right? There's something weird. The way he's doing the scans.
Bogey, he almost messed it up.
But I like that shot for what it is.
Man, it's not digital, man. I can't go back. What am I going to do? Oh, this is cool, though. I don't think you're gonna see in there, though. I can certainly try.
It's so hard when there's like no street culture, so you're just like, oh, there's a sewing machine in that window. Yeah, it's a bit different from being out on the road.
So this is poor Walters. Got left to a fire. This place burnt up a few months ago. Doesn't look like they ever came back. Sad day for Walters here. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Walters. R.I.P. She'll be back. Oh, she'll be back. Should I keep going? Question is, how do you avoid your reflection? That is the hardest part, isn't it? We're gonna go beyond the signs there, and boom.
I actually like the way this one turned out. It looks pretty
Oh,
cool.
my life. This is my life. This is my life. Oh, this car. Here we go. Here we go. What are we at? Maybe I should go 500. Go at infinity here. I must get a shot of this guy's car. We must. We must. Thank you.
Could have been a little better. And then I just said thank you to him, I guess. I don't know who I was saying thank you to.
Yeah, we're good.
It's okay.
Look at this. Oh, we got it. Now, we want to talk about mundane. I've been gifted by the mundane gods. Do you see it? The mundane gods have smiled upon us in all its glory.
I don't know why I'm walking like that.
Oh my gosh, dude. See, I can't help it. Mundane hooks are in me. I'm like pulled to it like Smeagol in the Ring. Here we go. The mundane gods are pulling me in. Oh, I gotta keep my shadow out of it though. That's the tricky part. You gotta keep your shadow out of it, dude. Don't put your shadow in there, bro. Let's go F8. My shadow may have made that one, I don't know.
It definitely did.
Oh, it's the mundane gods, they're everywhere. Oh my God, dude, why did you take a picture of that wall? It's art, man. It's art, man. Chill out, man.
Lay off, man, it's art. So, I tried here to just steal something, but you'll notice where a woman moved her head at the last minute. You saw that lady eyeing me down there, and she's like, what is this? And then she just didn't care. But that lady put her head in front of, I was trying to get the white-haired lady, but this lady in the foreground put her head, she tilted her head just in time, but I guess the dog still made it in. So then I was dying, I needed some proteins. I went to the acai smoothie shop, and they gave me 2 cups.
Oh, God damn it.
This car's, I had to leave both my smoothie cups on the rock.
Sorry, guys.
And for what? Oh boy. I wasn't prepared for it. I was holding 2 smoothie cups.
Oh boy. That probably definitely did not come out. My shutter was way too slow. Son of a gun.
Yeah, 1/60th.
Well, that'll be interesting to say the least. That'll be an artsy one. That'll be an artsy one.
Smoothie view. So this is interesting. The lighting looks so awesome, but yeah, well, I had to put the smoothie down. Listen to what this guy says to me coming towards us.
Is that a recorder game?
What's that?
Are you a cop?
No, dude.
Am I a cop? Do you see what I see? You see, well, beyond the horrible flare. Look just under the flare.
It's almost there. Cut-off point.
Could have been a good shot.
That dude asked me if I was a cop because I had my GoPro on. Hey, dude. I guess that makes sense. I guess he's had his fair share of run-ins with the law to see enough of them with their cop cameras on. But at the same time, I find that a little offensive, you know? Do I look like a cop? Well, you know, it's funny. I have played my fair share of dirty cops on the big screen. So I guess that checks out, actually. I should have said, yeah, I'm one of the corrupt ones. This shit ain't checkers, it's chess.
That's a training day shout out.
How wide do I have to be here? The mundane, it's pulling me in, guys. I think there's fungus in this viewfinder, though. Hey, this would be cool. I could probably get all of this in here. Yeah, something like this. Here we go. Let me see what the exposure is that way. Okay, we're perfect.
Had to set the smoothie down. And there it is.
The mundane keeps calling me in. The mundane keeps calling my name. They'd be like, you know what, Jay? You used to be a good, brave street photographer. Now, you're living in the suburbs. You're just boring now. The suburbs changed you, man. It's true. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
They will. The suburbs will change the man, but not the man game. See now, if those trash cans weren't there, that would be a perfect mundane shot. Trash cans kill it for me though. No trash cans. No cars either. If there's a car, it's gotta be fairly unique. Otherwise, I don't want it. I hate modern cars. And they say, man, you know, and really, that's what, maybe we should be taking pictures of more modern, average cars. Because one day, those ain't gonna be around no more. somewhere in the future they'll be like, hey, I wonder what the cars look like in the 20-aughts. We don't have any pictures of those, unless it's from a car ad. It's like, well, that's because they weren't very cool looking, dude.
Now this, well, the GoPro died, so, but I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Blurry kid on his scooter, backlit.
One of my favorite porches. Definitely has some character, doesn't it? I fucking love this porch, dude.
I've taken so many pictures of this porch on every camera I own.
Open up here.
They probably think I'm the DEA. I had to set
Here we go,
Smitty down.
young boys.
Just right in front. It's okay.
That's nice.
I like how confident I am on the day.
That's a gamble when you get a new analog camera. You're like, damn, dude, there's the shot right there with the trees and everything. I would have to go in the middle of the road though. Ah, fuck, I already got what I got over there. I'm not gonna stand in the middle of this road. I get myself killed. Okay, here's the shot I was gonna get on the way that I said I'll get when I come back. Yeah, here it is.
I saw this across the street when I was walking down.
I think that's the shot.
I actually don't mind this. It's got some foreground. We got some layers there. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, see, here's another one right here through the trees here like this. This is kind of cool.
Smoothie down. That's not bad. I mean, you know, American porches.
I had to rock it at a 2.8. Holy cow, dude. Wow, it's that filter. So yeah, I'm losing a half a stoplight because that filter. That's okay. Could be fun to see stuff at 2.8 up there. We don't do that very often, do we? Not in the world of street. 2.8, unheard of. Unless you're shooting with a Sony. Where's all my Sony guys at? Where's all my Sony boys shooting at 2.8 out on the street? They're like, yeah, right, more like 1.4. The camera does the work for me. Oh my gosh. Look at that hoop. Man, that's the back way hoop. There it is, boys. There's the shot.
The backways hoop.
Right there. That's what I've been wanting.
You just barely see it.
Wasting all my shots.
Wasted.
I am so glad I have this grip. See this little grip? Because if I didn't, I would be hitting this reverse button. That's right where my finger goes. What a horrible place for the reverse button.
Rewind.
It's almost like they want you to use the grip. This grip. Yeah, if that wasn't there, my pinky would hit that reverse button non-stop.
The rewind
That's crazy to me.
So then the GoPro died, but I took the filter off, and then this is now into full golden hour. These were very low shutter, very slow shutter, and I'm doing these handheld, so these are pretty horrible, as you would imagine. Crazy fringing going on. These scans are weird though. There's lines on both sides. Look how dark that line is. I almost thought there was something wrong with my shutter, but later I do even slower speeds on tripod, and that line goes away. So I don't know if these were probably so dark that he probably like, I think he scanned them a little bit off because they were so probably
light
thin.
out here. I forgot to bring my phone.
So now I'm back on GoPro, dead of night.
Just gonna go for a 1 second exposure here.
Doing a 1 second exposure on this house, and
Got it. All right.
I mean, I was exposing wrong.
Let's see, maybe something like this.
I was exposing for the shadows, and I should have been exposing for the highlights. And again with this one, yeah, so I totally exposed these all wrong, but I was using a cable release, so this is an app I'm using. It's called My Light Meter Pro. It's actually really good. You can do spot metering with this thing. You'll see it in action here in a minute. There's the cable release on the camera. I was using a little Matthews light stand as my tripod. And this is probably my favorite photo of the whole video, I'm not gonna lie. It just kind of looks awesome. And this is without the filter now, so this is true Cine Still 800T. And then this is the sign I really wanted.
I only have 1 or 2 left.
I'm saving all my photos for this, and I only had 2 photos left, and I totally botched it.
To hide that.
Well, I had 3. I took 3 of this place, and I just botched all of them.
1/6 of a second?
1/6 of a second here.
Yeah.
See me there using my Light Meter Pro app.
We're gonna do 1/4 of a second.
1/4 of a second. And left the filter on, so there's a horrendous reflection there. way overexposed the sign, because I pushed these as well. I pushed these one stop. Maybe I should stop pushing in post, or in developing. And here, rather than exposing for the sign, I was exposing for the shadows. 1/10? 1/13th. So I took one and it was okay, but then this guy came, so I like the one with him in the shot better, obviously, but it's rough, man. It's really, really rough. I should have been exposing for that sign, and I think it would have turned out a lot better.
Yeah.
And that's
She's
it.
all done.
Yep, she is all done. Should have just taken these photos with the GoPro.
Thank you.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.